Academy. Now today we have a special guest. Let me do the introduction. Our guest here is Mr. John Ajayi. You are welcome. Mr. John Ajayi is into hospitality business. He's a Christian, attending Christ Embassy Church, and is a cell leader in Christ Embassy Church. He's married with kids. You are welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Now, today's topic, we are going to be talking about self-confidence. He's going to do justice to that topic, I know. Mr. John Ajayi, what does self-confidence mean to you?
Okay, thank you very much. Good morning, children.
Good morning.
So I'm happy to be here this time to talk to you about self-confidence. Okay, self-confidence in itself is a virtue that everyone needs to have. Okay, you are writing. Can I ask you to do something quickly for me? Tell yourself, I am the king's key.
I am the king's key.
I am a champion.
I am a champion.
I rule my world.
I rule my world.
I am the best.
I am the best.
Anywhere I go,
Anywhere I go,
I am the best.
I am the best.
I win always.
I win always.
So, self-confidence is the trust that you have in yourself. That you have the ability to carry out a task or an assigned responsibilities without any doubt. That is self-confidence. You are sure, you are certain that in every circumstances, that is self-confidence. Let me also make a reference to the scripture, the Bible. Even God talks about self-confidence. If you check the book of Hebrews 10 verse 35, okay, it said, don't throw away your confidence, because confidence is you be able to tell the whole world that you can do it. And in telling them that you can do it, it must show on your face, on your appearance, and your act that you can take the task. And expect it.
That's good. A round of applause for you. So my next question, Mr. Ajayi, can you share a personal story doubt and how do you overcame it?
Okay, thank you so very much. For the children especially, there is nothing that you cannot achieve with self-confidence. If you make up your mind, I'll give you an instance. But I was precisely when I was in my GSS2, GS3. I have been so very good with my academics. But in that particular class, I was shocked that in my first 10, I took 5th position. It was so embarrassing that I was in the 5th position. So I got home, I showed my guardians the results. They rebuked me and told me that I could do better. But for me, I felt so much pain that they felt it. So they were quickly there to help me. I intensify my studying time and all of that. I wake up in the morning, I will read before going to school. One of the subjects that was very difficult for me was mathematics. So I paid more attention to mathematics. Before I sleep at night, I will study, I will practice and do all I need to do. So when my second term result came out, I came third. So I have improved a little bit. I'm just telling you the personal story of mine that I remember very well. And at the third time of that same class, I came first. The mathematics was 100% score.
Wow.
So that has to tell us that if you are competent enough doing your work so diligently, you will get the results that you deliver. Okay, let me also make a reference to what the scripture said about we working hard. In the 2 Timothy 2 verse 15, it says, study to show yourself approved. Study to show yourself approved. Approved, let me use the word. A workman that needed not to be ashamed, but rightly dividing the word of truth. Okay, so with that scenario, I hope I'm able to pass to you the message of I have answered the question of you going through rigorous training to achieve what you actually want to do.
That's good. Thank you very much for that. I'm sure some people have some misconception about self-confidence. They do take self-confidence with ego. So what are some misconceptions about self-confidence? And how do you think they hold people back? The misconception that they have about self-confidence.
Okay, thank you very much. Self-confidence and ego are two different things. In short, it is people who doesn't have self-confidence that shows ego. If you have self-confidence, you will be humble. You'll be humble. You will be very knowledgeable. Let me put it in a very clear explanation for you. For you to be self-confident, you have to study. That's it. Say for instance, what happened to the story of Jesus? Okay, Jesus was very humble man, isn't it? In the book of John, probably verse 2, from 1 to just from there, we heard the story of when Jesus attended a wedding with his mother. If you remember that story, in that wedding, Jesus was not approached initially. It was the mother that was approached. And Jesus said something very remarkable. He said, "Mom, my time has not come." That wasn't ego. Was that not humility?
Yes.
He said, my time has not come. So he was trying to hide his face. Let me also tell you what happened in that story. That said, told the crowd or those that were there, go and meet Jesus. Whatever he asks you to do it. You can see the confidence the mother showed there. Whatever he asks you to do it. Then along the line, Jesus told them, fill those jars with what? Water. Confidence now. To the kings and whoever was there to drink. So confidence is a virtue that has to do with humility, studying hard. And it is not about you showing yourself, because when you are confident, you will literally. Can you get me? But when it comes to ego is an attribute of foolishness. Let me also use the word inonentity. Somebody who is empty inside, but he wants to cover up attitude. So there are two different things. If you see somebody who is an ego, when they say that empty barrel make the loudest noise. Have you heard that before? Those are what ego does. And whoever has an ego will also want to put others down.
Okay.
They want to also put others down, so that their emptiness, will not be criticized. And people who has ego usually will not solve any problem. Rather, they add more problem. They cause chaos in a gathering of people. They don't have solutions to the problem on ground. So these are different between ego and being self-confident. Thank you.
We are still on live at the Royal Entrepreneurship and Mentorship Academy. And our guest that has been doing justice to our topic today is Mr. John Ajayi. And the topic today is self-confidence. Mr. Ajayi, what are some practical strategies that you use to boost your own self-confidence? And how can the audience, the pupils, apply them in their own lives?
Okay, thank you very much. I like this question because self-confidence is a must for a champion. If you want to do your word, you must have self-confidence because that's how God made you. God made you to do your word. Say, I rule my word.
I rule my word.
For you to have self-confidence, for you to be the one God has made you to be, one, as I said earlier, you must study. Study in the sense that you must have a knowledge about your environment, your field of study. You must be knowledgeable. Okay? That is very important. Then you must have a constant practice. You must have a constant practice of what you do. You devote your time and your energy to ensure that you get the best out of what you do every day. No time should be wasted. Are you following me?
Yes, sir.
One other thing you need to be self-confident is that you as a person, you must set boundaries. You must have a do and don't. I don't do this, I don't do that. You don't play 24 hours in a day. Do you? You don't. So that is also very important. You don't. You know. So you must have boundaries. One other thing about self-confidence that you must dress very well, appear smart, appear acceptable. Okay? So that is also very, very important. Then somebody who wants to build self-confidence, when you make errors, accept them and learn from them. So when you make a mistake, don't be quick to push it to somebody else. Accept responsibilities. Are you getting me now? From it and you improve on it. Okay, another thing about self-confidence is that in the midst of trouble and turbulence, don't give up quickly. Have you heard that quitters don't win? Yes. Quitters don't win. You have to be resilient. Okay? There's what we call staying ability. Staying ability. No matter how it is, you must be able to stay and don't give up. Okay? Another very important thing about self-confidence is you must have a positive confession. We call it positive self-talk. That's why I introduced the first thing that I am the king, I'm the best. You don't talk yourself down. Don't say, oh, can I do it? Oh, am I not able to do it? No. Yourself up. See the best of you in every circumstances. Don't talk yourself down. You know, the human being that we are spirit being. Your spirit is the real you. So if you talk yourself down, your spirit will be down. So learn to do these few things. Okay?
Let's discuss the difference between self-confidence and arrogance, and how can we avoid crossing that line from self-confidence to arrogance.
Okay.
The difference between self-confidence and arrogance.
Well, I said, just as I said earlier, arrogance is also synonymous to somebody who is empty. Yes. Arrogance is somebody who doesn't have a direction of where he or she is going. Okay, arrogance is somebody who doesn't know what it has taken, what it will take to get to somewhere. Okay, he doesn't know. For instance, you have a 75 in an exam. Somebody is 75, it's too small, out of content. I will give you an instance. You know the story of Goliath and David, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Goliath and David were in a battle. Second Samuel. We look to the conversation between Samuel and David. Goliath told David. He came to meet David with sword and arrow. But David told him, okay, I represent the army of God. You don't come to me with such weapons. But David told him that, okay, I'm coming to take your head and give it to the carcass in the Philistine. So you see that there's a difference between these two guys. One knew the direction to go, the other one knew nothing where to go. He was full of arrogance. And somebody looking up to, talking to the God of Israel. Okay, so arrogance and self-confidence are two different lines that does not meet. And at the tail end, the self-confidence will always prevail over arrogancy. Okay, this is as a result of also of no direction and emptiness and non-entity. Okay, those are the few examples.
So if you are self-confident now, that doesn't mean that you are arrogant.
No, because self-confidence, as I said, is a result of work hard, studying hard. And if you study hard, you will know what it takes you to have achieved what you achieved. So you won't go about making mess of what you have worked on. So those are what it's all about.
So how do you think societal expectation and comparison to others can affect our self-confidence?
Come again.
How do you think societal expectation, what the society is expecting us, and the comparison to others can affect our self-confidence? And how can we break from this pressure?
Okay. You know,
no, sometimes our expect us to do more.
Yes.
You understand? So yes. How can you not this pressure not have a self-confidence?
Okay, first and foremost, you have to study your book or study. And when you study hard, you know, the Bible says that forsake not the days of little beginning. Your result, models of a result, will be a conviction to your parents, your guardian, and your society that you have something better to offer. So when you start small, you have a bigger result to give in the future. And another thing that also very important is that you don't move in people's direction. You know who you are, you know what you want, and you know the direction to go. So you don't mingle with the crowd, saying this, I want to become what somebody else has on your own route. And when you are talking or when you are giving your explanation and you are giving your reason of what you do, you must be able to convince whoever is with you that this is where I am going, this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. So don't be a victim of societal noise. People who does not have a direction, who doesn't know what it is to become you. You get my point now? That is it. You must be able to convince whoever is with you, whoever is working with you, whoever is within you, that you know what you are doing. That is that.
Thank you very much, sir. You are still on live to the Royal Entrepreneurship and Mentorship Academy. John Ajayi. Mr. John Ajayi is into hospitality business and he attends Christ Embassy Church. He's a cell leader in Christ Embassy Church and he's married with kids. Today we are talking about self-confidence and he has really done justice to that topic. Another question from me, sir. Self-confidence and resilience, are they the same thing?
Okay.
And how can we develop both qualities?
Okay. Well, thank you very much. Self-confidence and resilience in its own is a product that somebody who has confidence must possess.
Okay. So you
confidence. From resilience is an ability to continue a project or to remain on a plan, no matter how difficult it is. For the fact that you have a goal to achieve. So no matter what circumstances you come across, no matter how difficult it is, you must not give up. You must tell yourself, with these troubles, or with these difficulties, or with these challenges, I will overcome. And you are so sure. So much so that it won't show on your face. No matter how difficult it is, you should be able to put up a smile to say, wow, I'm bigger than this challenge. And of a truth, because of your self-confidence, that resilience will put you through those challenges and you come out a success.
Wow, a round of applause. I'm very sure my audience, they are bubbling with questions. They are eager to ask questions.
Okay.
So any questions from the audience? Who will go first? Okay. So introduce yourself and ask your question.
Good evening. My name is Olivia. My question for you today is, how do you handle criticism or negative feedback?
Criticism and negative feedback. You know, when you talk about criticism, it's normal in every community, in every society, in any gathering where you have people will want to criticize you. But what you do is take criticism as an opportunity to enlighten the people of what you are doing or what they are as a question. Take it as an offense because they are not clear, they don't have an idea of what your plans are, so they want to criticize. And one other thing about criticism is that people are subject to different opinions about you. You should know that you are not born of the same mother, we are not brought up in the same environment, so everybody have a different perspective about life. So it's not left for you to carefully explain in details, let them know the objective, the goals and objectives you have concerning that subject matter. You also asked about criticism and negative feedback. Okay, when you have a negative feedback about yourself or about what you're doing, you also have to, there's what we call love. When you love somebody or a people, it's shown in your face and it's shown the way you talk. So when you have a negative feedback, you correct with love. By your attitude, it's also very important. You don't preach something else and act other way. So let your whole life be filled with love in dealing with people. So when they see you, they will know that the feedback they are given to you was wrong. Those who do, like my father will always say, those who does not know you enough will criticize you. If they know you very well, they will love you. That's it.
Another question from the audience. Yes.
My name is Adedola Promise. I want to ask that what's the biggest myth or misconception about your industry or profession?
Okay, thank you. I like this. Okay, I'm into hospitality. No, people we always say that hospitality is a business for the. I'm looking for the word to use now. For the touts, for the mafians, okay, for those who are out of hope, okay. But really, hospitality is a business where people are given comfort. Comfort in the sense that if you leave Lagos to Abuja to sit for an exam, you must have a place comfortable enough to stay. In place for a very long time. In as much as you have a business to do outside your station, outside your residence, you will have a place, a comfortable place to stay. So, in the process, people being who they are at home, the habit they have to where they are going. So, that's a big misconception about my own profession. People think the hospitality business, which is a hotel, is for the people who doesn't have a home, who are out of care and all of that. So it's a place where we entertain, we make them comfortable, and we keep them, in a safe place, even outside their home. It's their home in extension.
But the myths about hospitality business, like you said, some people are still having it. I know of a friend that said, I can never stay in an hotel.
Okay.
With that because of you must not see me in an hotel.
Okay.
So that's some misconception, there's some myth that people have about this hospitality business. Not knowing that it's very important for us to have an hotel in case if you leave your place of abode and go to a far place, you have to stay in an hotel.
You're very right. Thank you.
So another question from the audience. Yes.
No, sir. My name is Bridget. I need to ask you a question, sir. Can you share a fascinating fact about your industry or tidbit about? Can you share a fascinating fact about your industry or tidbit or area of an expertise?
If I can you come again?
A fascinating fact or tidbit about your industry.
Okay, thank you very much.
That can change that misconception that he talked about.
Okay, thank you. For instance, you have a wedding somewhere in Ibadan, and you have an uncle who has a house in Ibadan, and you're going to Ibadan for a wedding. So you are going with 5 of your friends. Your sister is going with 5 of her friends. The other brother is going with 5 of her friends. That's 15, isn't it? Get yourself to Ibadan, and getting to Ibadan, those 15 of you were supposed to be accommodated by your uncle because your uncle has a very large house. Because you wouldn't leave Lagos without knowing where you are going to stay. So then getting to Ibadan, you are surprised that your uncle has some other guests too. So there's no place to stay. So the next thing, you cannot go to the house immediately. So the next you do is to look for a very close hotel where you can stay till the next day. So the event is just 2 hours at best. So when you wake up in the morning, you just step to the event that you have planned to do, and you come back home the next day. So with that, and the event you have gone for, you didn't sleep outside the house. You didn't sleep under the bridge. In the rooms, you have AC in your room, you have television, you have light. You can prepare and relax for the event for the next day. Okay, that is one very important thing. Then also, you can have a training in Abuja. We are going for a training. So the training will take you 2 or 3 days. you have to look for, you don't know anybody there. You have to look for a hotel that can take you for those days. So with those 3-4 days, you can probably take your training and come back home. The hotels we are talking about now has securities, so nobody is coming to terrorize you. You have water, you have food, you have shelter. Everything is as though you are in your house. What are the benefits that this business will give to you? I hope I've answered your question.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Lasting whole life at the Royal Entrepreneurship and Mentorship Academy. And here with us here, we have Mr. John Ajayi, that is still talking about self-confidence. Another question from the audience.
Good morning, sir. My name is Lawan. I meant to ask a question. What is something I know rightly, know about you and your work?
So please can you come again?
What is something that is not know about you and your work?
What is that thing that was that widely known about me?
That's widely known about you and
And
your
your
work.
work.
Wow. Okay, thank you very much. About me and my work.
Yes.
I attend Christ Embassy. So anywhere I go, that's what people know me for. Even in the business I do, if you get to my hotel, I have so many messages. I have my you know what call password online. I have it in my hotel. I go with it to work, in my desk. Everywhere I am, I go with it. That is what is known to me as a person. So probably I don't know if I'm answering your question anyway. I'm talking about my business. Okay, my business is also what I do in extension outside where my office is. Okay, anywhere I am, I want to stay in a very comfortable place that is out of noise, that you're comfortable with, a place that is as good as where my office is. So I have this mindset, I carry the atmosphere of my office everywhere. I don't get to a place and it's unkept. I don't get to a place where it's rowdy. I don't get to a place where people are stranded. So in everywhere I get to, I see the hospitality business as doable.
Okay, round of applause. Any question again? Yes.
No, sir. My name is Oniga Emmanuel. I want to ask you something. What is the most significant risk you have taken, and was it worth it?
Significant risk that you have taken, and does it worth it?
Okay, thank you. Wow, this is so very interesting. You know, as somebody who has confidence, risk is one of the things we do. Risk is calculated, okay? And when you are taking risk, you have to talk to your creator. So, okay, let me just put it the way. You have to study to know where you are going, how viable it is. Okay, at the time in my life, I did an investment, okay, and I made so much loss. The whole of my finance was in the US. And at that point in time, I would just say, okay, I'm done. I'm not going back again. But I started to review what I wanted to do. I started all over again, and I gave the sacrifice I had given before. What I did before, I started over again in the same process, not afraid that I will lose again. But this time around, I did it more diligently and more carefully. okay, you are kids now. Imagine somebody lost about 15 million naira, and you went back again saying, no, I will make another 15 million naira again. And you started, and you made it without any loss. Reading books and telling you story that was not is what has happened to me. Because some very close people felt it's a waste of time going through that thing. Why not just enjoy your life and enjoy your money? Okay. But because I had a project, a lifestyle, what I wanted, and it was worth going through again. So that's my own personal experience.
Wow. That's very good. Another questions from the audience? Yes.
Hello, sir. My name is Bruno Kennedy. I'm here to ask you a question. Can you walk us through a typical day or week in your life?
Come again,
Your
please.
typical day, your typical week, your schedule.
Wow, this is beautiful. I like this question. Thank you. You can sit down. Well, for 24 hours, it's so exciting, so filled up. First and foremost, when I wake up in the morning, we have a book called The Rhapsody. Okay? Are you listening, please? We have a book called The Rhapsody. I do a personal study of that. Even before then, we do what we call early morning prayer. I have a group of people in my church. Millions of us, thousands of us will pray together in the morning. So I wake up 4:45 in the morning to join that prayer online. We do that for an hour. After that, if I have time, I do a personal study of say 20 minutes. Then I go to work. So at work, I can do several things that has to be done for that day. Then 9 or 10, I take a good fast. Okay, then work continues. When it's 12, I can take lunch. Okay, you know why I take lunch by 12? Because for us, lunch is one of the most, it's a food that gives you energy to work throughout the whole day. Okay. As much as breakfast is also very important, so also is lunch. So with that, I can also continue the schedule for the day and go on till about 4 or 5. Okay. You know, every day has its own task. So by 4 or 5, I take a rest. Okay. Depending on the day, if it was a Wednesday, I'll have to plan to go to church. If my leaders or my pastor has a task for me in the evening, I'll attend to them. So that is that. But most importantly, by evening, I will be so sure, I will ensure that I have time for my family. Okay? There's what we call dinner together. So if we don't take breakfast together, we must take dinner together, where everybody is seated on the table and we tell ourselves what we have done throughout the whole day. Everybody give an account of what he or she has done in the day. Are you getting me down? So that is what I do on a very regular basis. So by evening, you know, we will also create an opportunity to appreciate God and also appreciate yourself for what you have done for the day. Because for the whole of the day, you have invested in your environment, you have done something, you have been productive. So you have to appreciate yourself too. Take the time to thank yourself for what you have done and also thank God. So every day has its own tasks. So, and every task determines what you give. So for a very normal day, I have time for myself, the time to study, and I have time to do the responsibility I've been given by my society, and also my spiritual responsibility to what I like about my church. I also do that. Then lastly, my family, then at night myself.
I hope your business does not interfere with your religious activities. Being that it is hospitality business,
Yeah.
and I'm sure hospitality business is always 24 hours, 7 days a week, all throughout. So I hope your business and your church activities does not.
Okay, thank you. The business is managed by some people, so I work for me or who work with me. So everybody is assigned their responsibility. I do more of a direct to job. They call me, if there's anything I need to do, I do it by phone or transferring or assign somebody. So that's why I said each day has its own task. But for the fact that the spiritual life is very important, you don't let the business of the day interfere with the time you have to refine your spirit. Okay, so every other tasks are important. So none must suffer for the other. Exactly.
Okay. Thank you very much. Another question from the audience.
My name is Elizabeth Okuli. My question is, how do you criticize self-care and medical health?
How do I
Criticize self-care and medical health.
criticize?
So how do you
Criticize.
prioritize self-care and mental health?
Wow. That is very, very, very important. Thank you for that question. Okay. It is very important that you take care of yourself. In short, to be self-confident, your reasoning has to be fine, your judgment has to be fine, you have to know what you are doing. In that vein, you visit your doctor as at when it's necessary. Going to the hospital does not actually mean that you do that when you are sick. Okay, you do that
Can go for medical
check to see if there's anything you have to stop doing or to start doing. For instance, you take water regularly as part of living healthy or eating healthy. So that is that. So your mental and your physical check is very important. So when you go to visit the hospital, they will tell you, okay, you need to sleep more, you need to take more rest because of certain things you have discovered, probably your BP or your temperature or your look or your blood pressure and all of that. So it is important that you also find a time to do all this check. And so good, some of these gadgets can be in your house to check yourself. You can do a check on yourself, and you can take advice from the doctor or from the professional on what measures to put in place. Are you getting me now? So medical check is very important to your health so that your mental health can be sound. Can I answer your question, please?
Definitely.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much. You are still on live at the Royal Entrepreneurship and Mentorship Academy, and I have with me Mr. John Ajayi. He's an hotelier. Can I call you that? He's a member of Christ Embassy Church, and he's a married man with kids. And what we're talking about from home.
Wow. I love this. Thank you. All right, thank you very much, everybody. The best advice I have ever received. You know, I have a father. My father is pastor, please. So, yeah. He told us that success is who we are. Success is who we are. Success. Say success is who I am.
Success is who I am.
You see, he told me, okay, because he told so many people anyway, but I took it as he was telling me. He told me that God brought me here for me. That it is only me that can be me. That there's no other person that can take my place. That we are not two. John Ajayi is only one. So if I refuse to do what God asked me to do, God will not, but nobody else will do it. So the success that He has allotted me to do. Okay. So with that, I'm conscious of every of my day activities, what I will do, what I will not do, the steps that I will take, and all of that. So for my father to tell me that success is who I am is big enough to know that I didn't come here to fail. So whatever I do is a success. So that is why I have to build my self-confidence. I have to be resilient. In anything that comes my way, I know that I will succeed. Thank you.
Amen. Thank you very much. Another question from the audience. Move forward.
My name is Onika Okiki. I want to ask a question. How do you foster connection? How do you foster meaningful connection and relationship in your personal and professional life?
How do I
Foster meaningful connections
and
relationship in your personal and professional life.
Okay. Thank you. You know, what the world needs is love. What the world needs is love. If you have $1 million and there's no love in you, it's a waste. Let everybody knows that you have the love of God in your heart. Love you show the man has a long way to go than the millions you will do. If I love my word, I will do my word good. Do you hear me now? If I love my word, and my word is not a word of stone and trees. It's a word of people. So the best way to build a relationship is to love your neighbor the way you love yourself. The way in need, if you need my help, I will give it to you as I have it. And if I don't have it, I will let you know I don't have it now. So in whatever we do, let's love be the basis of what we do. Don't do anything out of love. And it's when you do something with love that you love what you do with felt. So that's how I built my relationship and also making my connection. Sometimes, if you do something that is not good, people will put to know that it was a mistake because they have known you to be someone of love. So not that you cannot make a mistake, but the person who you are matters most. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. You have joined us with the question. Another question from the audience.
Yes. My name is Dimedu Basu. My question is, how do you approach a conversation or conflict?
How do I approach a conversation or
Conflict.
Conflict.
Difficult conversation or conflict.
Okay.
How do you approach it?
Well,
Taking cognizance what you are talking.
yes. Okay. When you have a conflict, what you look into the subject matter with honesty and truth. So, and one of the things about self-confidence is also that you give the right judgment. If you have self-confidence, you always give the right judgment. So that also brings the issue, the matter of love into this. Be sincere with yourself and the parties involved. It's also very important. Sincerity and out of love. So when you have this quality in you, every other thing will fall in place. So conflict is resolvable, or it's an issue that you can deal with when your point of self-centeredness, no selfishness. That's all I can say.
Thank you very much. Now, still online at Entrepreneurship and Mentorship Academy. And what we're talking about today is self-confidence. And I have with me Mr. John Ajayi. He's an hotelier. Comment, share our YouTube channel, comment on it, like it. So I still have another question from the audience. Yes, you can move forward.
Yeah, how are you?
How do you measure your success and what does it mean to you?
Okay, thank you. Dear me. You're gonna have a seat. Success is who I am. Let me say that success is who I am.
Success is who I am.
Okay. First and foremost, to know you are making success, these are the things that you need to do. For instance, you have to set your goals that are realistic, goals that are achievable.
We should set our goals.
Set our goals. Set your goals. In 3 months' time, this is what I want to achieve. In 6 months' time, in a year to come. So you also allot time to those goals that you have set. And when you are achieving them, you should know that, okay, you have gotten this, and I've gotten that. Don't make a mistake of comparing yourself to somebody else. Are you listening to me now? Don't make a mistake of comparing yourself to somebody else. Goals. Set personal goals. And each goal that you achieve, celebrate yourself. Give yourself a bottle of Coke. Tell it to daddy or to mommy. They could give you a handshake. So, whatever thing you have achieved, it's something that some people are struggling to get somewhere. So don't make a mistake of comparing yourself to somebody else. As young lads that you are, that will not help you. Don't compare yourself to somebody else. Don't compare your family to somebody else's family. Don't compare your school to somebody else's school. But just see yourself where you are as the best. So whatever you achieve, whatever you achieve is a step to the next goal you have. In this class, in our discussion, I told you earlier on that forsake not the days of little beginning. The Bible said that precept must be upon precept, line must be upon line. The Bible said a little here and a little there. So every little thing you do differently what you did yesterday, or better than what you did yesterday, is a step to your success. Thank you.
Now, can you leave our audience, wherever they are watching us from in the world, with an inspiring message or call to action?
The world belongs to you. Say the world belongs to me.
The world belongs to me.
Okay. What you need to do, whatever you need to achieve what you want, everything is inside you. Whatever you need at all, everything is inside you. So don't look outside, look inside. The best of you is inside of you. Let God tell you how to go about it. One of the ways God will talk to you is for you to seek for knowledge. Learn. Study. Like the Bible told us, study to show yourself approved. So, with this mindset that what you need, everything you need is inside of you. The best of you is inside of you. So give yourself to God. Give yourself to yourself. Don't look down on yourself. Don't look down on yourself. I want to repeat again. All that you need is inside or inside of you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You have really made our day. You are still on live at the Royal Entrepreneurship and Mentorship Academy. And here we have been talking, doing justice to today's topic, which is self-confidence, is Mr. John Ajayi. Mr. John Ajayi is an hotelier, is our special guest today, and he has really talked much on self-confidence. Please share, comment, let your comments start rolling in. Share and like our YouTube channel. We have started to Thank you very much.